Yeah.
We back. No, I ain't. I hate to put that scama in me. That's what you call it back in the 90s. Scama.
I'm gonna talk like P. Positive.
Shit. Randy P, what up, baby? He just texted me. I told you, Tay talking about he didn't know I used to play basketball. Or play baseball. I'm gonna keep my son away from that basketball unless the doctor tell me he gonna be about 6'3". Other than that, fuck basketball. I'm telling you right now. You see, if your son ain't got bad hair, don't play basketball. He ain't got hair like Kevin Durant. Fuck basketball. Unless you like Andre Collins type nigga. Other than that, you in the 6 foot, you leave basketball alone.
Yeah, you wildin'. Once again, man, we back, man. This is Hood Politics Season 2, Episode 3, starring Rich White, man, shooting live from Club Des Jours. Don't forget, June 5th is going down, Season 1 reunion show and after party, man. Big shout out to all the sponsors, Braids by Indy, Mr. Martin's Detailing, Miss Martin's Cookies, SKS Lemonade, Lemonade Kids, Groove City Mini Mart, and Superstore, Groove City Entertainment, Hip Hop Discussions, Mopar Mob Auto Club, and Top Ops Cleaning Service. Once again, we back, man. Let's get back into this music thing, man.
Where were we at? We was Catch Feelings.
Yes, the album.
2004. We almost got indicted for that fucking mixtape. Fucking with my right hand man, Ray Chili. We had a song called Cop and Bop. Well, I wasn't on the song. Don P and Bottom Line, Bunk, Alton Banks, and Chills was on it. Cop and Bop. I mean, you from the streets, you know what the fuck that mean. And we had the streets going so crazy, like, yo, the state's attorney wanted us to do a fucking commercial for us. I was like, hell no, what the fuck you think this is? Your battery thing went through. Put on that close. Alright, we good. But yeah, the state's attorney, Michelle Barnes, wanted us to do a fucking commercial for us. I was like, man, hell no. That's how crazy the album was. Like, if I could find more copies, I mean, maybe we could put it back out. But it was just on some street shit. The album was basically Ray Chill's idea, and we just came together, linked up, and we put out a classic album. I think we dropped it on. We would always drop them albums on Cambridge Parade. We would get like 200-300 CDs, run out, got to run right back to Easton and get more copies. 2004, we dropped Volume 2. No. 2004, we dropped Volume 1. 2005, we dropped Volume 2. We had Static on that one. Who else we had on there? We had Static. We had Hots. The Put Your Hands Up joint. I think we had Visa K on Volume 1. I want to say it was Volume 1. That one went crazy in the hood too. But right around that time, I kind of parted ways with Sure Enough. At the time, you know, Nev P, rest in peace. He had passed away. So, but I gotta go back. I know we then broke the video up, but I gotta go back. 2003, Big Brian used to do his parties at Club Legacy on Valentine's Day for his birthday. He had a contest because he was starting a new record label. He had nobody on the label, so he was trying to find an artist, and he did everything right in my backyard. He had a contest. Right around the time the contest was, I was still beefing with K-Ree and Tony Long Range. So, I mean, it was a lot of going back and forth. Not just that, like, it's been times where I'm walking down the street, I might run into both of them. I got to battle them. And mind you, like, you know, them niggas freestylers. So I had to keep 15, 20 raps in my motherfucking head to be ready for niggas like that. What else? Even Donnie Coop had to jump on board. And, like, you know, I used to record with Donnie Coop. Like, we grew up with each other. We all graduated with each other and everything. So it was kind of like picking sides, but I knew that was his niggas, and we all grew up with each other. But it was just crazy, just battling 3 people, and then like 2 of them I actually grew up with. I mean, I grew up with Love too, but Tony Long, but mainly K. Ree, and then mainly Coop through high school, because he used to make the beats and everything. He was like the hood studio before anything, where you, R.I.P. Navy Change, man. I see his son just graduated too. Salute. But I used to, the same club we in now used to be called Streeters. I had to battle them niggas like in the sidebar, like on stage. I remember battling them niggas off of Platt Back, the Ja Rule shit. Yeah. I jumped on that. Well, Coop came at me first. Then I came back at him. But it was crazy because we dapped up after that. You know what I'm saying? But once Big Brian used to have the parties and shit, he had, like I said, he had a contest. I won the contest. But after I won the contest, it was like, what do we do next? But I'm like, yo, you need to bring them niggas on board too. Like, it's no use to just having me because I won a contest saying that I'm better than everybody back home. So they came on board. Ray Chills eventually slid on through. Trev D, of course. But Nev is like the one that actually brought me in. I knew Nev, well, I really didn't know Nev, but my father and his dad knew each other from playing in them softball leagues and shit. So once that all came to one, we was like all family. Like, cause you know back in the days, Graysonville niggas wasn't coming through here. Easton, nobody. Unless you was hooping or you knew somebody. But Big Brian, like, he bridged that gap during that time because the other night when we went out, like I said, we seen my boy Tay Miles and shit. We got them up, Snake, all of them. At one point, man, niggas used to be at war. Like you couldn't go to G-Ville, and G-Ville couldn't come here. Period. But like now, shout out to Big Brian and Nev, they bridged that gap for the good.
Definitely, man. So, all right, what about this party thing, man? You were known to throw some, you know what I mean, pretty monumental events, man. How did you get into the hosting and things like that?
I was just joking about it at first. I used to joke about it with my Eastern niggas. And I was like, yo, I'm going to do a party called Rich White Boys Wasted Weekend. They like, man, you bluffing. But at this time, you got to think, I haven't put like no solid music out since 2005. Like 2005. So from 2005 until 2011, I was basically quiet, working, you know. I would go out sometimes, but I wasn't like I wasn't out there like that. But I'm still who I am, who I think I am. Feel me? So I asked a couple people like, yo, I'm getting ready to do a party. You trying to get on board? A lot of people shot me down, except the DJs, which I understand because at that time, there's a lot of beefing and shit was going on in the hood. So it was like, it was kind of perfect that it was like a 6-month layoff from nothing in Cambridge. So I had the first party. Big Brian was like, yo, if you do this party, you had the first party. He was like, yo, just promote hard. Because like I said, it's my first event. I was like, all right, I'm going to do my first event. I sold tickets. After I sold like 400 tickets, I was like, yo, I'm going to break the fucking fire code. So people thought it was a hype. But I'm like, yo, you know, people say, oh, I sold this many tickets. Then they get to the party. It's not even that. So I told people like, yo, if you ain't here by 11:30, you probably won't get in. They were like, all right. I got here like 9:45. Probably like half of this was full. Later that night, probably like around 12, I seen niggas hopping the fence and bringing me $20 bills. Like, yo, I had to sneak in this bitch. Man, I've been in line for damn near an hour. You know what I'm saying? So once I did that, and plus I let a lot of niggas like perform. I had Sagu come through, C-Mac and them. I had Shane Bell, Beck. I think I had Grizzy. want to say Fatal, Nash, me, Money. No, Money didn't perform that night. But I had a lot of acts performing, and you know, a lot of clubs don't let niggas perform. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, shit, why not? And from there, it just went on a 10-year run. Well, 9-year due to COVID. But the thing was to try to get everybody from each town to come together. Cause like I said, right before then, a lot of niggas was fighting in the club. It was a crazy fight here one time. That was like the first party I was gonna throw. I thought I was gonna have to cancel it, but Brian was like, "Nah, we gotta shut down for a couple months, and then you'll have the first event."
Well, once again, man, like I said, this is Hood Politics Season 2, Episode 3, starring Rich White, man. We shooting live from Club Des Jours. Don't forget, man, reunion show and after party going down June 5th, man. Club Des Jours. All right, man.
Shout out to Ars. I see Kevin Cephas on here. The Untouched movement. You gotta get him on here.
Yes, indeed, man. So, what you got going on, man, in the future, man? You got any future endeavors? Anything you working on?
As far as like the next event, me, 2K, Sling, we got something over in
Big shout out Sling, man. He coming up this season too.
We got something over at Centerville at the sports complex. We got Ruckus and who else?
Weeze Love.
Ruckus and Weeze Love coming through. Then after that, I'm open. I mean, I'm just waiting for COVID to end so we can really do some shit. I don't want to do no real big party than the health department where I work at. Be on some old like, yo, you promoting the virus. So, but other than that, like, I'm getting ready to get in to start training kids baseball, like fundamentals. Probably like 6-year-olds and up to probably like 10, like 6 to 10. I mean, you see what I do with my son all the time. I try to put it in him now, so it'll be easy by the time it's time to really train him. But training kids, I'm working on with my boy Gary from Chestertown. We're gonna do like a opioid walk, for like the awareness in Chestertown, because it's real bad there. I worked there for like 2 years at a facility, helping people to kick the addiction. So he's cool with the mayor. We just gotta sit and meet, make it happen, and from there we just gonna hit town to town, cause that shit is fucking up the community.
Definitely. All right, man. Let's get back to the music, man. Any albums, man, that you got knocking right now? What your playlist consist of?
Like I said, Slick Rick earlier. Slick Rick, Reasonable Doubt, Illmatic, Murder Music, The Infamous, Muddy Waters, My Redman, The Score, Fugees, Baduism, Erykah Badu, Songs of Kid Life, Stevie Wonder, and Michael Jackson.
Off the Wall, the Thriller.
Off the Wall. That's his best album ever. Unless you want to debate about that. But no, Off the Wall, like that album and Songs of Kid Life by Stevie Wonder. A lot of kids don't know that a lot of artists now sample their music so fucking much. Like it's crazy, especially Stevie. But up to date stuff, Griselda. I mean the Nas that just dropped. I mean, as far as new artists, I listen to King Von, Lil Durk. What is it, 42 Doug?
Yeah.
I listen to him. Dolph. As far as local, the new shit, you got 4109. You got my nephew Splash. What's the kid from Fedelsburg name? He make the shirts and shit. You got on the shirt right now.
Oh,
YJ, yeah, that nigga. Fucking with him. Of course, Seymour Bucks, Fatal, Ruger. But like the new niggas, my cousin Timothy Saunders. I seen some shit with the girl Kenya that hoop. The girl. I seen some shit that she did. The boy Y.O. Bader. That nigga nice. And shout out to Air Force Studios. He doing his thing. And L Kid, of course. Yeah, and for the record, if it wasn't for L Kid playing my shit, probably none of this music shit would have probably, you know, I'm not saying I wouldn't do my own thing, but it probably wouldn't even jump like that. Like, even when I was like 19, coming home from college, and he was living on Clinton Street. I think at the time, Don P and Charlie Watkins was beefing. They was going back and forth at it on the mic. I don't know if it was that serious, but I remember just going up Ill Spot. I think he stayed like upstairs or some shit. And I would come through there. I was like, yo, I'm trying to get on one of your mixtapes. He wasn't taking me serious. But then, like, once I got into the music, he seen me one time on the corner with my backpack. This was Premeditated Platinum. He seen me on the corner one time, my backpack with my CD. He was like, yo, I like what you're doing. I really didn't pick up on it until like years later because he was the only one doing that. I ain't seen nobody. I mean, Randy P, but I was too young.
Yeah.
Even though I got Randy P tapes from Detroit.